Back on HQ, Brian Callahan following the win.
I want to start out first and foremost. Just my thoughts are with all of the, all the people that have been affected by Hurricane Helene. I know there's been a lot of people in Tennessee and Carolina, a lot of folks that are dealing with some pretty hard times that make it this feel a little bit less significant sometimes. So my thoughts are to them and all the people going through difficult challenges with the hurricane. So sad to see. Other than that, I'll just say, Will hurt his shoulder on that scramble on third down. Tried to come back. It was bothering him. Ended up doing what he had to do to try to get back in the game, and ultimately I knew what kind of game it was going to be with the bye week next week. Didn't want to expose him to any further risk. He tried everything he could to go, but it was bothering him pretty significantly on his shoulder, so made a decision to hold him out. Same thing with Jeff. Jeff's elbow was bothering him with the bye week backed up. It made the most sense to rest him for the week and give him one more week after that to be ready to roll for the long term, as opposed to trying to force it back for this particular game. So the rest kind of factored into both of those decisions at this point, and hopefully that answers those questions. Really big shout out to Nick Folk, going 5 for 5 on field goals today, hitting from 53, 52, 51, 47, and 29. That's a good day's work for the old man, making some big plays there for us. We needed all the points we could get. That was really good. I thought our defense did a great job. I think they held them to 70-something yards in the first half. They're playing with a backup quarterback, and that's what you're supposed to do to teams that are playing like that. And our guys stepped up, got our first turnover. And I'll let you guys ask what you want to ask from there. I don't know if I can put it into words for you. It feels great. Most importantly, because our guys deserve it. These guys work hard. They practice hard. They do everything right. They deserve to win. I felt like, we practice like we're a 3-0 team. I said it at the end of the week. The way our guys practice and focus is fantastic. And to be short on these couple games to start was disappointing. So for them, they deserve it. It feels great. It's good to see some smiles, some energy. And I thought we played a really good game tonight. Will's healthy. 100%. Yeah, Will's healthy. He's our quarterback. It was not a decision based on anything other than his health and protecting him, particularly with the bye week and the shoulder that didn't feel great. I didn't want to put him back out there, and I knew I was going to run the ball quite a bit. So that was really what it factored. But he's our starter when he's healthy, and we're ready to roll with him.
He said he's throwing shoulder, and will he have an MRI?
We'll do all the work on the precautionary stuff. I don't think it's going to be anything too serious other than just your normal AC style injury, but we'll see. I've been wrong before, so we'll wait till the MRI and all that gets done. But as of right now, I don't think it's a long-term issue for us.
Leaning so much on the run, was that plan coming in, or kind of shift that way?
No, that was going to be the plan coming in. I knew the style of game we needed to play to win this game. I knew that they were going to have some trouble offensively, and I knew that we were going to be able to run the ball effectively on them. And to lean on that and make it a physical game and make sure that we possess the ball as long as possible was part of the initial plan in this game to go that way. It wouldn't have looked much different, but we definitely felt the run was going to give us the best chance to win against this defense.
Is this the exact kind of situation to bring a guy like Mason in?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everything about Mason is professional. He didn't bat an eye when he walked in the game. Our guys didn't bat an eye. He did exactly what you want a guy like that to do in that situation, is come in and operate. He was pretty clean operation-wise. We got the ball, got the plays called. All those things were really good. He was prepared and ready to go, and he's a pro, and that's why we brought him in, is for a situation like this, and he did a nice job.
What becomes of that game?
That one's going to go somewhere special for me. I know you only get your first win once, and I'll probably put that up in my house somewhere, maybe in my office at some point, so I can remember what it was like to win my first game on Monday Night Football.
Did Amy present that to you in the locker room?
She did, yeah. It was a really cool moment for me and for her, I think, to be able to present that.
Did you mind kind of drift towards the end about the win when it was in hand, or just kind of how did you kind of cycle through things?
No. I mean, I was calling the game all the way up to the end there for the most part, and I was trying to make sure that onside kick scared the hell out of me. I had forgotten that that's the new rule in the onside kick, so I was ripping Q for not catching the ball, but the ball has to still land in the appropriate zone. But I wasn't thinking about anything other than that really for about 3 minutes after that play. I don't know if he knew that or not, so I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he might have. I told him, I yelled at him afterwards. afterwards in the locker room again just to make sure he knew I wasn't happy about it. And he goes, "Coach, the ball's got to land inside the 40." I said, "I don't care. Catch the ball, goddammit."
The defensive plan as long as you can make mistakes, turn the ball over, you're going to be able to win the game with them playing like they were.
Yeah, we knew coming in the plan was we had to do everything we could to get a lead. We wanted to play with a lead and keep the lead, put them in a situation that they didn't want to be in. You know, they have a backup quarterback plan that's only been here for a couple weeks. That's a really tough challenge for any team, and we just felt like if we could hold the ball and get a lead and make them play outside of what they really want to do, that was the goal, and I thought we did a nice job of that.
That last touchdown, you guys didn't necessarily need it. Did you do that with the intentions of the end of that fourth quarter?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I thought about it, but the intent was really to just try to run the clock out because we couldn't take a knee in that situation. The clock wouldn't have run out at that point, and so we just said, you know what, we're going to run our goal line plays. You know, I call it play from the 4. That usually doesn't score from the 4. To be honest, it was really a way of taking a knee in a sense, and Tony just ended up breaking outside and scoring. So I was not trying to actively score necessarily, but we had to run plays, and as long as they allow us to run plays, we'll keep trying.
I like the way you